This war we mean to wage, it isn't only for control of the Mother Crystal.
Oh.
Above all else, we cannot allow those Ironblood savages to gain a foothold on Storm.
I know. I would sooner die than see them darken our shores again. I wish you a safe journey tomorrow.
And I you, Clive. May your blade strike true.
Those little dialogue cutscenes feel a little bit Todd Howard, a little Elder Scrollsy. Yikes.
We drove the Ironblood from our shores once before, but their patriarch still dreams of spreading his message to Storm. And when the Crusaders march, they move a damn sight quicker than the Blight ever did.
So we recapture the Mother Crystal, end their ambitions, and secure the duchy.
Only the light of the Phoenix can guide us through these dark days. But that does not mean I'm happy asking this of Joshua. Look after him, won't you?
Even if it costs me my life.
Let's make sure it doesn't come to that.
He has some pretty serious Ned Stark energy. I don't want to keep comparing this to Game of Thrones because it is kind of like, I don't know. Game of Thrones, again, does not have a monopoly on medieval fantasy political intrigue. It's just, so far, the game has some very heavy-handed, for lack of a better word, Game of Thrones vibes, so kind of nice looking. Look at that. Very pretty. Kind of just scanning around for items. Let's see if we can go explore the other part of the castle. I mean, I kind of feel like the game is railroading us already, so I'm not too worried about that, but I want to just see if we can like interact with any of the doors. Yeah. Nope. All right. Very nice. Retire to our chambers. I dislike that the control guide keeps appearing on the side of the screen. I wonder if I can turn that off. Let's check. Oh, this is our gear menu. Let's see. Is it here? No. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like there is a huh. Oh no, this is just a archive of all the messages we've gotten already. Dang, I was really hoping I could like turn that off because boy do I hate that controls menu on the right side of the screen. I do not need the controls on the screen at all times. I know the controls. Hate when games do that.
How long will you be away this time?
Not long. 4 days, maybe 5.
And you will be taking Joshua?
Well, I can't exactly leave him behind, can I? The blood of the Rosfields runs in his veins. Before going to war, we perform the rite at Phoenix Gate. It's our way. You know that. And only the dominant can enter the apothecary, so yes, I'm taking Joshua.
Oh, to hell with your way! The boy is ill.
You think I don't know that? But the boy is also the Phoenix. The heir to the throne. You can't keep him in swaddling clothes all of his life.
Elwyn!
Don't worry. Clive will watch over him. Though he is a youth of but 15 years, he's already a fine soldier.
I've only
Made a
15.
splendid shield.
You see more in him than the Phoenix did. He was rejected, Elwyn. Our household has no place for such a failure. He is worthless, a man like any other.
My God.
As am I, my dear.
Nonsense. You are the Archduke of Rosaria.
Oh, not this again. You know as well as I do that I only sit upon the throne because my father was taken before his time. I am merely warming the seat till Joshua comes of age.
You are your father's firstborn son, and you sit upon the throne. All is in its right place. Unlike some, you have not disgraced our noble blood.
Without men like Clive to keep us safe, your precious noble blood would long since have graced the gutter.
This is a very contentious marriage.
We have an early start. I'm going to sleep.
Oh, ice cold. He looks like that Benedicta woman from the start. I'm very curious if there's any connection there.
This is it then. Time to prove yourself.
Wishing on a star?
I'm a little old for that.
You're 15,
I should
dude.
get some sleep.
Right. You're going with them tomorrow, aren't you?
I am Joshua's shield. I'm sworn to protect him. He takes too many risks. I only wish I could save him from himself.
Clive, you...
I have another mission too. Father has given me my first command.
Well, if you're not going to pray to Metia for your safe return, I shall just have to do it for you.
Ah, twin moons. Is that what that big red light was next to the moon? Or was that just a very bright star?
There's going to be another war, isn't there? Since coming here, I've begun to take peace for granted. I assumed the war between our nations would be the last.
Ah. So she's a political,
But it
maybe not
never
prisoner,
really ends, does it?
but like ward or something maybe?
No.
Materials
The
quality
next
is
war
good.
will be bigger than
Wow.
before.
Get the leather.
But you'll be alright, won't you, Clive? You're a shield of Rosaria after all, and blessed by the Phoenix.
It's getting cold. We should go in.
This music is good.
My lady.
Good night, Clive.
All right, so I wanted to open this because I wanted to see if, as it said, we can play with this during cutscenes. So we got some more information in this cutscene. I'll try to open up this tab anytime we get introduced something, maybe towards the end of the cutscenes if I can predict them. So Metia, the burning red star that sits beneath the moon. Ah, okay, that explains it. But also, does it explain it? Wouldn't the moon move? I'm not very sure about astronomy, but it seems like it can't actually sit beneath the moon at all times. The burning red star that sits beneath the moon. Folklore ascribes to Metia the role of message bearer to the moon, so it is common custom across Valisthea to wish upon the star, that one's heartfelt desires must be conveyed to the heavens and beyond. All right, interesting. Jill Warwick. Born a princess of the Northern Territories, Jill was made a ward of Rosaria after her homeland's incessant raids were quelled by the duchy. She was raised in Rosalith Castle alongside Clive and Joshua, who came to love her as a sister. Firstborn son of Archduke Elwyn, ruler of Rosaria. Though all expected him to inherit the Phoenix's flames and awaken as the dominant, destiny instead chose his younger brother Joshua to bear that burden. In search of a role of his own, Clive dedicated himself to mastering the blade, and his practice paid off when he was appointed First Shield of Rosaria, tasked to guard the Phoenix and blessed with the ability to wield a part of his fire. Very cool. Northern Territories. Bitterly cold region in the northern reaches of the continent of Storm, it was originally home to the mother crystal known as Drake's Eye, around which a series of small nations sprang up, nations whose belligerence proved troublesome for Rosaria over the centuries. In time, however, the mother crystal's power dwindled, and with it, the power of these warlike nations. With the Blight encroaching on their territory ever more, the remaining tribes were united and pacified by Archduke Elwyn Rosfield of Rosaria in year 854. So it was only about 6 years ago then, I think, if I have the timeline correct. That's interesting. And then, yeah, alright, we already read the other one. Wow, that looks very like an old pre-rendered Final Fantasy background. That's very cool. There's a lot of flourishes so far I'm enjoying in this. Just little visual things that I think call back to older Final Fantasies.
Sorry, Ambrosia. We won't be hunting today.
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll do brilliantly.
I'll try.
Okay, good. This has the Joshua lore text in it. Joshua Rosfield, second son of the Archduke of Rosaria, Joshua was appointed to heir to the Ducal throne by virtue of his awakening as a dominant of the Phoenix. His love and admiration for his elder brother Clive is absolute. He's only too proud to have him serve as his first shield. His love for carrots less so. And Ambrosia. Born in the stables of Rosalith Castle, Ambrosia was chosen by the young Clive Rosfield to be his personal steed and raised by him from a chick. She is a proud bird and deeply loyal to her master, quickly turning her beak upon any but he who should attempt to pet her.
Good luck!
Cool. I'm liking this lore feature. That's a neat way to deal with this.
Friends, we ride for Phoenix Gate. May the blessing of the crystals go with us and shield the Firebird's flame forevermore!
Yeah.
Disgrace departs! Open the gates!
This game has a lot in common with Final Fantasy XIV, which of course isn't to be unexpected, but the musical flourishes by
Lord
Soken,
Rosfield, allow me. I shall see her safely to Phoenix Gate.
the way the outfits look, it's all very clearly by the same team. Oh man, this dweeb on the left.
We're ready to depart, my lord.
May I say what an honor it is to serve alongside you?
This is to be no mere investigation. If there are goblins in Stillwind, they won't leave willingly. The Beastmen are a fierce foe. We underestimate them at our peril.
Not today, we won't.
Sir Wade, Sir Tyler, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
As you command.
To the marshes, then. May the blessing of the crystals go with us.
Alright, looks like we're finally getting to some actual gameplay. I'm getting pretty excited about this. Oh, whoa, this looks super Final Fantasy Tactics. What the heck? World map displays all the locations indicated by glowing pins currently available to Clive via fast travel. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so I can only go a small little distance around here, but this is cool. This looks like Final Fantasy Tactics in a lot of ways. It immediately calls to mind Tactics, Final Fantasy 12, all the Ivalice games. This is awesome. Oh, Stillwind. Western Rosaria. There was a time, not long ago, the songs of civilization echoed through Stillwind's nodded boughs. Now the settlements lie abandoned, and the only sounds to escape this forsaken place are the howls of beasts that have fled the Deadlands to make the bogs their home. Oh. Let's go there. Alright, slowly introducing some mechanics to us. This isn't too bad. Grand Duchy of Rosaria, Stillwind. Okay. So we have individual little, like, open hubs, it seems, we can travel around. That's kind of neat. Two dweebs.
Keep your eyes open for those goblins. The reports placed them in this area.
It's all swamps from here. Watch your step, my lord.
And everything else.
Huh. Lost in a Fog. So is that like the name of this level or this mission, I guess? Timely accessories. Feeling overwhelmed, try equipping one or more of the 5 timely accessories. For example, the Ring of Timely Strikes allows the wearer to chain complex attack combos only using R1. Oh, whatever. That's fine. Timely Focus. These are just the beginner equipment. I'm not going to touch any of that.
Not exactly the most well-maintained path.
And who do you imagine would maintain it? They've all fled from the Blight.
Okay, so Blight is something we don't really know much about yet, but it's been brought up a few times, so it's clear that there's some kind of pandemic maybe happening, or some kind of ethereal corruption. Sir Wade, dweeb number 1, a loyal shield of Rosaria chosen by Lord Commander Rodney Murdoch to accompany Clive on his expedition to Stillwind. Once but a lowborn page, yeah, he has page energy. Once but a lowborn page, Wade was inspired to join the ranks after a woodpile fell on him and his life was saved by young Joshua. Alright, we know what we're working with now, I guess. Oh boy, okay, they really gave us the bottom of the barrel. I'm gonna choose to read this optimistically and say it's because they had a lot of confidence that I would be able to handle this on my own. Sir Tyler, a loyal shield of Rosaria and scion of a noble family, Tyler followed in his father's footsteps in entering the service of the duchy, rising to the position of right-hand man to the Lord Commander. Okay, so this guy's got a few more bona fides here. He was chosen by Lord Murdoch to accompany Clive on his expedition to Stillwind, a level head who could be trusted not only to obey the young Lord Marquess's orders and keep him safe, but to keep the fiery Sir Wade in line. Is Wade really that fiery? He seems kind of meek. Goblins. Common subspecies of beastman. While at first glance they may seem like mindless predators, goblins have their own unique language and are skilled enough to both cast magic and make rudimentary tools and weapons. While mostly found on the continent of Storm, the spread of the Blight has forced them to find homes nearby human settlements, a move that oft ends in misunderstanding and bloodshed. Stillwind Marsh. An area of swampland that stretches northeast from the Rosalith Castle. The odd village could once be found here, but nothing to compare to the lively settlements that line the main roads of this realm. And with the encroachment of the Blight and the creatures driven before it, even these scant settlements were soon deserted. Interesting. I wonder if the world itself is just slowly dying? Man, this game looks pretty darn good. A very pretty game.
It's hard to believe that anyone used to live here.
The old village of Stillwind is ahead. Not that there's a lot left of it.
Oh, this looks like a corpse of a big animal or something. It's just a big rock. Alright, got some gil. Alright. I can deal with that. Come on, give me something to fight. These Donald Duck noises, is that the goblin language? Oh, wow. They look kind of mean for Final Fantasy creatures.
With me.
You can definitely see the influence of the original Final Fantasy goblin designs there too. They look similar to the Final Fantasy IX ones too a little bit. Magic Burst. Use R2 after striking an opponent with R1 to conjure a magic explosion that deals significant damage. Okay. Trying to understand how that's supposed to work.
Goblins. So the reports were true.
We should press on. There may be more ahead.
So I can do just a regular blast. Okay, interesting. So the only way that I could figure out how to do the actual blasting it was talking about was to shift and then press the magic key. By key, I mean R2, the trigger, but maybe there's like a timing thing to it. Timing was a big factor in Vagrant Stories battles as well, so. Neat. Alright, got a strength tonic. I like that. I'm gonna try to use items as much as I can in this run. Something I'm kind of bad at, but we'll see. Using like buffs and stuff.
Welcome to Stillwind.
Have care, my lord.
Curious how useful they'll be in this game, or how essential they'll be.
There's more.
Alright, loot. Some enemies drop kill or items upon their defeat. Yeah, we figured. Alright, I'm learning the timing of that. Interesting. You have to you have to press it right on impact, basically. Get anything from that, but it makes sense. It's kind of cool. Nothing has seemed particularly threatening so far, so I think we have a pretty okay, steady mission ahead of us. There we go. The butterflies seem to guide us to where we're supposed to go. Yeah. Kind of a little hand-holdy, but we'll take it. Got another strength tonic. Oh. I didn't mean to fall out. I wanted to explore that little roof. Go back over there. Right, interesting. Okay, there doesn't... can I jump over there? No. Okay. Kind of excited at the idea of being able to explore a little bit more, but that's fine. Alrighty.
Watch out, my lord. Some of their number are spell slingers.
And what a number! We'll all have our hands full here.
Oh, we can go for prone attacks. Oh, oops. All right.
And stay down! Down with you!
This battle theme is interestingly like ethereal.
Nice try.
Okay, so we can precision dodge magic attacks.
That'll show them.
Interesting. Okay. That gives us a little bit of flourish to play around with if we want to. Kind of cool. I like that. That's where we're supposed to go. But I'm gonna go over here. This goofy little pushing stuff mechanic like that. It's very funny. So yeah, Clive so far seems to be just kind of a very Jon Snow type character. There's not much to him yet.
We should be nearing the old village square. It might not be a nest of goblins.
Insufficient inventory space, potion used. Interesting. So I should just be using them whenever I get hurt, I guess, so I can keep picking them up. Sick dodge, bro.
Sneaky sods. We're trapped.
My lord. I'm working on it.
This is not a very scary situation, I don't think.
He's the leader. But we'll have to take care of his followers first.
Will we?
Care to thin the herd? As if you have to ask.
Alright, I'm getting the timing there a little bit.
There was one.
Better.
Shit! He's invited a friend! On your feet, Sir Wade.
Here it comes.
I like how it's remixing the old Final Fantasy battle themes here. This is really cool. Alright. Formidable foes. Larger enemies must be faced with caution. They have far more HP than their smaller counterparts and will use devastating abilities to overwhelm opponents. Using Blessing of the Phoenix to not only deal considerable damage to these enemies, but break their wills. Use the Blessing of the Phoenix. Breaking an enemy's will stagger it, leaving it unable to act, invulnerable to attacks.
Founder, that's a swing and a half. Be ready to move when it winds up for another.
You don't have to tell me twice. Not quite.
Oh, oops. Yikes, that was rough.
Nice try.
Okay. Let's go back to this. Alright, partial stagger. Enemies will become partially staggered when their will gauge is reduced to 50, creating a short opening, which combination attacks are easily landed. Ah, he tries to dodge.
Not quite.
There we go. Hitting them while they're down. Completely reducing an enemy's will gauge will stagger it. Extra damage is dealt when an enemy is fully staggered, increasing with each strike landed to a maximum of 150. Total damage dealt during this time is displayed upon the enemy, regaining its senses. Oh no. I'm beginning, I think, to understand a little bit better how you're supposed to play the combat. Yeah. There we go. All right, so yeah, Magic Burst is interesting. You got to hit it quickly, but once you hit it, it helps you chain attacks really quickly. So that's pretty interesting. That's a neat mechanic. All right, leveled up. Hard leather armlets. Following important battles, separate result screen will appear displaying battle performance and rewards. Rewards are based on performance, may include items, gear, ability points, and experience points. Okay, cool. So we actually get graded. So this is, I am sure that this game is going to have like a Devil May Cry style efficiency community that try to just optimize all the fights and stuff. That's cool. Though at first glance, this modest wrist piece might appear an uncomfortable fit for those cursed with fleshy forearms. Upon further inspection, one would be relieved to discover the band incomplete, affording its wearer a modicum of comfort, be he swine or starveling. All right, no new info.
Come back and fight, you coward!
Interesting that it's covered in
before
blood.
He summons the rest.
Alrighty. Gear and abilities. Gear can significantly improve player attributes, but only when equipped via the gear tab. Alright, let's do that. Hard leather armlets. Nice. Alright, let's chase after the little guy. Armor doesn't seem to change our appearance at all.
There he is.
Dude, you can cast magic, just fire at him.
Damn it!
Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I don't think I am. Look at his little goatee.
This ends now. What's in there?
Oh, is that a Marlboro? Oh no.
Morbol is far south. Keep clear of its maw, my lord. That thing's breath is worse than its bite. That reeks! I said stay away from its mouth!
Look at that. Alright, so that's how you deal damage. I get it now.
Where's it going?
Okay,
Your
so
guess is as good as mine.
Those things back in old Final Fantasy translations were called Marlboros, not Morbols. But it makes sense why they're called Morbols. Let's go, dude. Alright, cinematic strike. When the screen flashes blue like this during a pivotal moment in battle, press R1 before time runs out to deliver a devastating blow. Ah, cool. Alright, we got another one. Staggered him immediately. Good.
Now! Before it recovers!
There we go. Just DPS him a little bit. Oh, bummer, got hit. Alright. It doesn't seem like you have actual... it doesn't seem like I should be dodging towards enemies like you would in a Souls game. Oh, okay. That's our par so far.
He won't be gone for long.
There we go. They're gonna try to suck us in. The opportunity for a cinematic strike.
I cannot fall here.
Alright, cinematic evasion. When the screen flashes red, press evade. Nice.
Now for the final push, my lord! We made it die.
What a great one-liner, dude. Alright, bad breath. Just gotta pay attention to the attack names when they show up. He's gonna fall over, and I can immediately strike. There we go. Look at that. Morbol slain. That was cool. That was a cool fight. I like that. I'm starting to click with the combat, and I think that it's it's pretty fun. I got no spoils for it though. Does that mean I played poorly?
My lord. Thanks.
Nice.
Never thought I'd see it. Not just goblins in Rosaria, but Morbols too.
I'll petition His Grace to send a detachment. If we don't stop them here, they'll be at our gates before long.
We should get moving. We don't want to be caught out here after dark.
If we set off now, we can still reach Phoenix Gate before nightfall.
Very cool.
Damned Blight.
So yeah, it seems like Blight must be some sort of corruption or something that's forcing creatures to encroach on human lands. I can't pull up the lore in that cutscene. Interesting. Would have loved to read about Morbols. Phoenix Gate, northwestern Rosaria. This aging seaboard citadel not only defends Rosaria from northern raiding parties, but also serves as sacred ground whereupon the duchy's dominant might commune with his or her ancestors and entreat their guidance on the eve of important battles. Very exciting.
Suddenly, thousands of red eyes. No, wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this. His lordship draws his sword. The goblin chief runs off screaming straight down a Morbol's gullet.
More tales! Drink and be merry, boys! Good work on the morrow. Must be gratifying to see your student making such a name for himself.
Interesting.
The young lord has a bright future ahead of him.
Aye, and one of these nights he may even deign to join us.
No carrots for the little guy. Okay, we have three new pieces. Let's read this real quick. Phoenix Gate. A walled keep situated near Rosaria's northwestern border. It was originally constructed to serve as an outpost in the wars against the northern territories, but its true significance lies deep within the ruins atop which the stronghold stands. Here, in an ancient chamber accessible only to the dominant of fire, is held the rite of ancestral communion, an important ritual in which it is believed that the phoenix can hear the words of the duchy's forebears. Ducal Army. The loyal soldiery of the Duchy of Rosaria. They serve under the standing army's Lord Commander, whose task it is to enact the will of their sovereign, the Archduke. Those who show sufficient aptitude, or who are blessed with sufficient nobility of birth, are made shields, personal retainers to the Archduke himself. Rodney Murdoch. Lord Commander of the Rosarian army, outranked only by the Archduke Elwyn, who is not only his liege lord, but his firm friend. The two share an unshakable bond of trust, Elwyn consulting with Rodney on all military matters. This guy's gonna betray him or something, I guarantee it. Or all of them are gonna get just brutally murdered.
you unwell?
No, Father. Just a little tired.
Well,
Me too, little buddy.
Has been a long day.
They all like Clive, don't they?
Aye. Your brother will be a fine shield. We're all very proud of him.
Father? Why is it that the dominance is always born into our family? It doesn't seem fair.
We cannot live without the blessing of the crystals. And the crystals work their magic through us. You have been blessed, Joshua. Blessed to be a dominant, to wield the power of an Eikon. Our family has been chosen to share that power with the people. So that is what we must do.
It's basically their national anthem, it seems.
Louder, my friends! Louder!
I don't suppose I've been missed.
It's gonna disappear without a trace.
Poor Jill. She'll be wondering where you've got to. So much for you being a fine hound.
So this is where you've been hiding.
What are you doing out here?
I didn't see you at the feast.
Feasts are the only time shields are allowed to take their ease, and I've never really been one for cakes and ale.
It's the vegetables I don't like.
Awkward little interaction. All right, let's read Torgal's little blurb. Clive's faithful friend, brought back from one of the Archduke Elwin's expeditions to the frozen northern territories, where he was found half-starved and shivering in a snowfield, having presumably been separated from his pack. Elwin gifted the puppy to Clive upon his return, and the two became nigh inseparable.
I hear you slew a Morbol. All the men were singing your praises.
They never used to. When I joined the ranks, everyone thought I was a spoilt little lordling. If I didn't know how to handle a sword, I'd be a laughingstock. The Archduke's firstborn failure. You're the one they really believe in. I'm jealous.
That's not true. They don't believe in me. They believe in the power of the dominant.
They only believe in the Dom, not the sub.
My brother the Phoenix. Ruler over life and death.
It isn't fair. It should have been you. I don't have what it takes to lead our people. I don't have the strength. But you do.
Every man has his duty. Ours was decided long ago, when our ancestors chose to instate the dominant as the Archduke of Rosaria. All to ensure that whenever our nation stood on a precipice, the Phoenix would rise from the flames to drag us back from the brink.
I just wanted to see if there would be anything written here about the Phoenix, but it doesn't really look like there is. House Rosfield. The highest of the noble houses in Rosaria, the dominant of the Phoenix is always born into this Rosfield line, and so it is always a Rosfield who sits upon the ducal throne.
The fate of Rosaria sits on the dominant shoulders. It is your duty to bear that burden.
But what about you?
I was born to be your shield. That is why I was given the Phoenix's blessing. To keep our future rulers safe. No matter what.
This is where he gets murdered by an arrow.
I'll never let you down.
Thank you, Clive. I know you'll always take care of me.
Before I can do that, you need to take care of yourself.
This kid has been typecast into playing just sick little kids in every single
I should go
role.
inside. It's past my bedtime. Good night, Torgal.
His performance is good though, especially for a kid actor. Because if I remember correctly, he's pretty young. I think he might be like what, 10 or 11 or something. When I saw pictures of him, when I was looking his name up, he looks very much like a child, so. Mysterious. What's going on here?
Supplies from the capital.
I don't believe that for a second.
You took your time sampling the wares, were you?
It's a good job the North is full of enterprising traders keen to keep us in wine.
Spare a barrel for the boys on duty, eh?
What in the...
Brutal. This is very Vagrant Story feeling, the way this cutscene is directed.
Gateway secured, Captain.
We proceed as planned.
Oh, that voice actor sounds familiar too. His outfit is just so funny to me. He looks like a little Victorian Gundam protagonist.
Is that...
He has a sword. Cool.
Forgive me, my prince. It's me, Wade. You probably don't remember me.
I remember. What is it?
We're under attack. I don't know who they are, but they've set light to half the castle. I must get you to safety, Your Highness.
Very well. I'm ready.
Follow me, Your Highness.
Oh, do we get to play as him now? Interesting. Flight of the Fledgling.